So, hello and welcome to another video. In today's video I just want to talk about heroic equipment, not area node, whatever area node. That's gonna be in a separate video, I think. But first of all, heroic equipment. Yeah, first of all, this is just my opinion and kind of what I've learned about heroic equipment. However, if I'm wrong about something that I mentioned in this video, then feel free to correct me in the comments down below. And yeah, let's get right into this. Go right ahead and do heroic dungeons, cause in Void Elsword at least, you are getting the level up cubes every, I think, level 5 or 1, then level 15, I think, then level 35, 55, 80, 85, and that's the last one. And out of the 85 cube you're getting an equipment which I don't have on my Raven, of course, because I have heroic equipment. And with that equipment you should have an average item level of 136, I think. And for heroic dungeons, the first requirement is to have an appropriative item level of 130, which you have with the equip of the level 85 cube. And with that, you can go into a heroic dungeon. So, the first thing to do, of course, is to accept the daily and the weekly quest of the heroic dungeons, which is heroic challenge, written in a green text color, which gives you heroic weapon fragments, the blue ones. I think the other ones are or have a different name. Yeah, heroic gear piece. So you want to look out for the blue heroic weapon fragments. And the weekly quest, which is just doing it 10 times, and the daily quest doing it 3 times. So the first thing you need, of course, are heroic invitations. Do I have some of these? Yeah. So you need 3 of those. You can find these in dungeons. They have a percentage drop chance. But you can also, or could also, buy them at the board from other players, which I wouldn't recommend because they are being sold for a good amount of ED just for heroic invitations. And I think you can exchange these. Yeah, for 5 L rewards you get 3 heroic invitations, or an XP medal if you want one of these. And I think also Camilla has some, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, for the PvP coin you're getting 1. So which means every day you are doing the PvP quest you're getting 1 ticket. And yeah, you need 3 of these tickets since the heroic revamp. Before that you could, I think, do heroic hell mode and heroic normal mode. Normal mode would have consumed 1 ticket and hell mode 3, but now it's just hell mode, I think, or I think a thing that is kinda between normal mode and hell mode, but I don't actually know. That just confused me, like, god damn it. And yeah, you need 3 heroic invitations to enter it once. So 3 heroic invitations per 1 run. You are doing most likely 3 runs per day, so you don't waste heroic invitations because you're getting 3 back, which means 3 heroic invitations less that you need to kinda do the weekly quests. And yeah, once you're in the dungeon and you've killed the boss, like you can see here, the drops listed up, but just the wrath ones. The boss can drop heroic equipment, which is available in 3 different forms and 2 different rarities. The rarities are Elite, which is purple, or which is written in purple, in a purple color, and the unique ones, like you can see here, which is written in golden color, or whatever color that is. And you want to look out for the unique stuff, of course. The elite stuff is kinda just crap. I don't really see why you should use these. I'm just dismantling them like I don't need them. The elite ones, of course. So if you dismantle them, you are getting also heroic weapon fragments, which you will need in a later thing that I'm gonna mention. And yeah, these are also available in 3 different forms, which I already said. Wisdom, Vision, and Wrath. I have a Wrath piece, or some Wrath pieces at my bag, or my bank. So, and as you can see, each different form has a different set effect, but just one thing that's kind of different. And for the Wrath set, like you can see, is when you have 2 Wrath pieces equipped, you are getting an increased damage to all your skills by plus 5% and plus 5% magical and physical attack power. With Vision sets or equipments, the skill damage just changes to all skill cooldown that is going to be decreased by 5%. And with the Wisdom set, it is just the MP consumption that is decreased by also 5%. What I can recommend you is that you should look out for like 2 Wisdom pieces and 3 Vision pieces, like I have. I have 2 Vision pieces and 3 Wisdom, but 2 of the same and then 3 of the other form the same. So you get the, like, let's say you are getting the skill damage because you have 2 Wrath pieces, and then you are getting the MP consumption, also physical magical attack power, of course, and critical maximize and attack speed effect because you have 3 Wisdom set pieces. So you're getting the set effect for 3 pieces on the Wisdom effect and the set effect for 2 pieces on the Wrath effect. And that's the best thing you can do with kind of choosing which one you want to equip. 3 of one kind and 2 of one other kind. And yeah, like I said, the only difference between Wrath, Vision and Wisdom is that Wrath gives you skill damage, Wisdom gives you MP consumption or decreased MP consumption, and Vision gives you a decreased cooldown on all skills. So, how does heroic equipment work? Well, when you obtain a heroic equipment piece, then you can obviously identify it to see the effects of the equipment piece, which are shown as heroic presents. These are written in orange, in an orange color. Like you can see, it says unlimited strength heroic wisdom blade, unique, socket slot +1, because I've done that. Weapon exclusive for ravens, link possible, item level, blah blah blah, and then down there heroic presents, like in the middle, heroic rank level 27 upon attacking, a 13% chance for ice zone, and berserker's blade damage increases +10%. So what you want to look out for is especially for the weapon, you just want to look for a good heroic rank. I think the highest I've seen, and I don't know exactly, but I think that's the highest rank you can get is 29. If I'm wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments, like I said at the beginning of the video. But that's the highest level I've seen, or the highest rank level, whatever. For weapons, you kind of just want to look out for heroic rank level 24 to 29. 20 is also good, but I would say 24 should be, yeah, kind of should be there for a good heroic weapon. The effect is, or the random effect, which is the upon attacking a 13% chance for ice zone, which is different on each weapon or top piece, bottom piece, gloves or shoes. Is not really, I don't want to say it's not important. It is important, but I think the most important thing you want to look out for on weapons is the heroic rank level, and maybe if you can get that is MP consumption, which is good on a weapon, I think, or maybe boss damage or damage to boss monster. And the third effect is just a skill damage increase effect, which is basically on my weapon Berserker's Blades damage increased by 10%, which is for the Furious Blade or Blade Master. Also, things you want to look out for the equipment for top piece, bottom piece, gloves and shoes is, for top piece you mainly want to look out for the effect attack the damage increased by plus 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it goes from 6 to 12 or to 10, I don't know. And for the bottom piece you want to look out for party's physical or magical attack power. Depends on what character you use. If you use a character that basically uses or deals physical attack damage, you want to have the effect party's physical attack power increased. And if you have a character that uses mainly magical attack damage or deals magical attack damage, you want to have the effect party's magical attack power increased. Some thing like for my Raven, I think he is, the Nova Imperator is a magical class, like you can see on the weapon, which stat is higher. Physical is lower than magical, so I need magical attack power. I have physical, but well, that's just me. I think I don't have magical attack power on my account, so that's that. But yeah, you want to look out for physical or magical attack power increase. For gloves, it is kind of tricky. You want to look out for the effect upon using an strength skill, tenacity skill or bravery skill. Then the tenacity, bravery or strength skills damage is increased by plus 8, 9, 10% for 10 seconds. I think it goes up to 15 seconds, which with a maximum amount of 5 stacks. So the thing you have to consider in here is, if you're using most likely strength skills, it obviously is good for you if you have the effect upon using strength skills damage is increased by 8% like me for 10 seconds with 5 stacks. Strength, tenacity and bravery skills are just kind of the type of the skills. So I think 100 MP or skills that cost 100 MP are tenacity skills. Everything over 100 to 200 MP cost is a strength skill, and from 201, let's say just 201 to 300 MP is a bravery skill. Like you can see, harpoon spear, 200 MP strength skill, power assault, 150 MP strength, maximum cannon, tenacity, 100 MP, and giga prominence, 300 MP bravery skill. So that just depends on what skills you use most of the time or what skill type, and you want to look out obviously for the skill type you want to use most of the time. Even if it is bravery, bravery is just a thing. For that you need many pots and stuff, but I think it's also the strongest. I never saw anyone using tenacity though, because tenacity are not the strongest in the most cases. But yeah, let's move on to the shoes. The shoes, you can choose from 2 different effects. I think that these are the best effects for the shoes. Not like me, skill cooldown, you can do that, but I would recommend like damage dealt to boss monsters. Or if your character is really mana hungry, which basically is like an Renner, Daybreaker, Grand Archer, whatever, you wanna have the effect MP cost reduction by 6% or so. Because if you have a mana hungry character, it can be really disgusting sometimes with the MP costs. And yeah, another thing, or the kind of last thing to consider, is that in my opinion it is not as important to have a good heroic rank level on the equipment from the top to shoe like you have on the weapon, because the weapon is most likely for the damage output and the equipment, okay, is for defense. But I think you should have a minimum of level 10. I have level 11, but I think for armor, these effects like attack damage, parties physical or magical attack damage, upon using some skills, the damage of the skill is increased, or the damage dealt to boss monsters, or the MP consumption. I think these effects are more important on the armor than on the weapon. Because like I said, I think heroic rank level 10 for your armor is okay. If you could, or if you can, then definitely look out for heroic rank 20 is just decent, or 24 even, if you can. But yeah, so the finally last thing is that you are getting these heroic weapon fragments. Some enemies drop them in the heroic dungeons, and the boss can drop them too. Also, you are getting heroic souls from the daily and the weekly mission, and I'm gonna explain that. I hope it's getting a little bit short, but yeah. So you wanna head over to Glaive, and you can basically just use these heroic weapon fragments to trade an enhanced heroic weapon, which can be an elite one or an unique one, and it can be a weapon for Aisha, Rena, Elysis, Raven, that's just random, which costs 240 heroic weapon fragments. I think these are also unsealed, so you just could dismantle them if you don't want them. You can also trade heroic top pieces, bottom pieces, gloves, shoes. Also it's random what you are getting, like breath or wisdom or vision. Something that is cool they added, I think that they added with the heroic revamp, is that you can craft unique pieces. If you want to have a unique, let's say a unique wrath blade, you can just craft these, but you need a little bit more ED and you need heroic souls, and these heroic souls are only available in, or if you complete the daily and weekly missions. I think they are also available if you exchange, not trade, 100 heroic weapon fragments. You can get one of these or 10 heroic invitations, which I personally wouldn't do, but that's up to you. And also a use of the heroic souls is just to exchange or craft things. For 3 of those you can exchange 3 heroic equipment storages, and out of these you can obtain a random heroic item, which can be a weapon, a top piece, a bottom piece, a glove or a shoe in elite or unique, and wisdom, vision or wrath. It can also be it can't also be just a random weapon, because if I open these on my Raven, if I get a weapon, it is 100% guaranteed that I get a weapon for my Raven. So you cannot trade these, but you can put them into the account bank and then open them on a character where you need an heroic weapon. Well, that's the thing I'm doing, and all the equip that is coming out of these storages is sealed, so you could resell them or sell them on the player market, or you can just dismantle them if you don't need them. Also, for 5 souls you can get 5 battle elixirs, which I don't know if that is that of a good trade. For 10 you can get Aria's Blessing, which is basically 5 resonance points for 7 days, a profession XP medal for 1 day, 20%, and a 100 XP medal for 1 day. And the last thing you can exchange these for are for 12 heroic souls you can exchange 5 Magic Stone of the Wise or Warped Magic Stone of the Wise. And yeah, that's kinda it. You can also exchange heroic weapon fragments for some drinks or some consumables. If you want to do that. I'm not really kinda doing that because I don't see why I should do this. But yeah, also you can of course craft top pieces, bottom pieces, gloves. Also ancient guardian wedges or iron wedges, and yeah, shoes and gloves are the cheapest, I think. Bottom and top are the second the second cheapest, and then the weapon with 3 heroic souls. And yeah, I hope that this video helped you out a lot. If it did, leave a like and comment something down below, and also if I kinda messed up at some point, then feel free to correct me. Like I said at the beginning of the video, just comment something down below and correct me, and I will look into that. And yeah, don't be shy, says the shy YouTuber. The fuck. And yeah, I hope I see you in another video. Hope it helped you, like I said. And yeah, see you in another video. Bye bye.